welcome back to the show. Ballet Hispanico has been the leading voice in intersecting artistic excellence as well as advocacy. Now, the organization will be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with a robust and engaging month filled with programming and a lineup that's anchored by the organization's annual block party, which will return in person. And joining me now to share a little bit more is give us some more information. We've got the Chief Engagement and Inclusion Officer at Ballet Hispanico, and it's Tamia Blackman Santana. And Tamia, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. An exciting time for you as well as a happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and it means a lot for Ballet Hispanico.
It does, and it means a lot to all of us, especially a native New Yorker. Just here to celebrate and remind everyone and continue to spread the news that Latinx culture is American culture.
And so when we talk about this month, what does it mean for you as an organization? Because it's time for I should say, for you also to highlight some great things.
Yeah, we have an amazing lineup, and I can talk a little bit about that later, but Ballet Hispanico was founded in 1970, really to just bring the voices and the history and the culture of Latinx in New York City and throughout America to as many people as possible through education and through our programming. So Hispanic Heritage Month obviously is very important to us, but it's a chance really for people and corporations and other companies to take the time and reach out to us to allow us to share our story and our curriculum and education to as many people as possible.
So if somebody may not be so familiar with the organization and the work that you do throughout the year, give us a little bit about what goes on.
So again, Ballet Hispanico started in 1970 by our founder, Tina Ramirez. And I know we'll talk a little bit about her, but she was our beloved founder who passed away just recently on September 6th. And she started post-civil rights era a safe haven for Black and Brown families to grow and explore and raise Latinx identity. We have 3 tiers to our company. So we have our dance company, which hopefully everyone has seen and will seen. We're premiering a new work and a dance concert in City Center in the spring, and they tour all over the world and internationally. They're at Lincoln Center, maybe you've seen them at the Joyce. It's just remarkable programming and narratives that are happening. We have our School of Dance, which has classes from anywhere from age 2 to our adult programs. We heard that our oldest student is 96 years old.
Wow.
So 2 to 90, so it's not too late for anyone listening, and it's not too late for you, Daren, to come on down and take some classes.
Yeah.
And then we have our community arts partnerships, which has all of our classes in schools in the DOE and after school, and also helps bring classes and elevate experiences like our block party. So we have our block party that's happening on October 2nd. We invite city council members to come. We also invite everyone from the neighborhood just to have a great time and remember the old school days of a block party when we would come together for food and conversation. We'll have a live salsa arts band playing. We'll have a killer DJ, of course. We also have our Palante scholars performing. We'll have free classes for people to take part in and just come and gather as community now. In a safe, healthy New York that we can all come together. And that's from 12 to 4, and it's right in front of Ballet Hispanico on 89th Street. And we have a special surprise because Ballet Hispanico Way is going to be revealed.
Yeah, the naming of a new block, right? The block
Right.
after the organization. And so what's that mean for you, given the fact that you've seen the organization grow, and not only grow, but really have a tremendous impact in also bringing the arts to another dimension?
Yeah, I mean, how nice that we can work together with the city to honor what Tina Ramirez started, and our wonderful CEO, Eduardo Villara, who took over 15 years ago and has helped bring the organization to the largest Latinx dance institute in America and one of America's cultural treasures. To have it named right here on 89th Street. Are you born and raised in New York, Daren?
Born and raised in Harlem, yes.
Okay. So there's only a few of us left who are born and raised in New York. And so how wonderful to have have the street named here because when she started in the 1970s, and we can all remember what the Upper West Side was like in the 70s and 80s, and it was really sometimes scary place to come to, and that she created a safe haven. And we know that New York continues and will ever continue to evolve and change, and neighborhoods change, and people change, and demographics, and all of those things. But this is one thing that's remained consistent and the same, and is here for as many people as possible. And so, like the name of the street that will live on as things change, it's really a tribute to the mission of Ballet Hispanico and those who we serve. That will remain the same as times change.
Yeah, and I know that the organization is in mourning of its founder, Tina Ramirez, and the fact that she played such an important part in getting you to where you are today. When you talk about the life and the legacy of Tina and the work that she's done, just give me a little bit of your insight as to how you would describe her and and her impact.
I mean, she's had a huge impact on so many people. I'm glad that I got to talk a little bit about her vision and how she started and where it's going. A lot of people don't know that as a Latina woman, not only was she a trailblazer, as a woman of color and Afro Latinidad, but also she was a National Medal of Arts winner and honored by the President of the United States. And she's really a brilliant woman who left a tireless legacy. And I feel like, really, to quote our current CEO, who is heartbroken by Tina's passing, because she left a legacy, which was giving him the CEO and artistic director position. But what some people might not know is that he danced in the company under Tina. So they're really sharing the same vision and continuing to grow the lineage. And, he said her legacy lives on not only in the extraordinary gift that she left the world, but in each and every person, child, artist, and family member that she touched and inspired. We are all part of her legacy of access and cultural pride, and will continue her mission to give everyone the right to find their bliss in dance.
Mm. Amazing. And when we talk about access, I mean, obviously, this is what Ballet Hispanico does. It provides access to the arts. But do you feel as though that when it comes to the arts, and particularly arts from the Latin culture, we don't see many places where it can be highlighted and see the transformational work in the lives in communities of people? Are you seeing more and more people become attracted to the arts?
That's such a great question. I'm sure we could have a whole discussion just about
Always.
that. So invite me back, invite me back. Yeah, I mean, but there have been studies done, and we have a partnership with Columbia University's Teacher College. And there have been studies done that the representation of Latinx in the arts is one of the lowest out of all of the demographics in America. And sometimes they're relating it now to possible reasons why children are dropping out of high school because of the representation in the arts and in the curriculum. We know that it hasn't necessarily been highlighted in concert dance or in the fine arts, but we are finding pockets, and we're working together to celebrate. We have a great partnership with the Mexican Museum of Fine Arts in Chicago. We are working with the Met that has a great exhibit that's coming up, just really highlighting Latinx culture and Latinx in the arts. And yes, I think that people are interested, and we continue to tell stories and narratives of Latinx people, also from the Caribbean diaspora, and work very hard to make it as accessible as possible. So we hope that people become a part of our La Familia. We work in school with kids from the DOE. We work very hard at finding scholarships for any students who want to come to School of Dance to train, and also to invite families for free programming to come see the company. Because for the first time, especially post-pandemic children, right? They're coming into the theater sometimes for the first time, and they're getting to see beautiful Black and brown dancers telling their stories. And I'm sure, Daren, you and I are both here because someone in the arts saw something bigger for us than we saw in ourselves. And so we just hope to continue that legacy.
Yeah. And so for people who want more information in terms of the events that are going on, because this is going to be a great month, talk to us about how they get in touch.
We have programming nearly every day, and we have some things happening to highlight LGBTQAI initiatives in the Latinx culture. We have free dance classes for kids. We have our block party. We have virtual discussions. We have lots of things happening for every and anybody. They can go to our website, which is ballethispanico.org, and they can look on our events calendar. They can follow us on Instagram at Ballet Hispanico, and they can always email us at info@ballethispanico.org if they have any specific questions, because we want as many people as possible, Latinx and every culture, to help celebrate this month with us.
Well, Tamia, it's been great talking to you. An exciting month, and certainly congratulations to Ballet Hispanico for the years of service it's actually had in our community, impacting so many lives and giving them an opportunity to find a career, a hobby, an opportunity to pursue the arts. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having us, Daren, and we look forward to celebrating this month with all of you.
All righty. Well, I want to let you know if you want more information, we encourage you to visit the website, ballethispanico.com, or I should say .org, and then follow them on social media at Ballet Hispanico.